Now, playoff time, first round action, Minnesota at home at the crib, taking on the New York Giants. Last time you played a playoff game, Pat P, was January 24th, 2016, 7 years ago. You were 25. What makes postseason football so special, and how happy are you to be back involved?
Man, I'm very, very ecstatic to be back into, the postseason. Man, it's nothing like the postseason. That's what you play football for, to get into the postseason and have an opportunity to win a childhood dream. If you're a football player, you always dreamed of winning a Super Bowl, so to have an opportunity to chase that dream it's nothing like it, So, and the last time I was there, like you said, in 2015, we lost the NFC Championship. It was such a heartbreaking loss. We didn't have our best performance at all on any phase in that game. And that was a very, very dangerous and hot Carolina Panthers team. We caught those guys at the wrong time. And they went on to the Super Bowl to lose to Denver Broncos that year.
Yep.
So the environment, I'm expecting the environment to be electrifying in the bank Sunday at 3:30. But man, them lights about to be bright, man. Very, very bright. And just like I tell the guys, ever since after the game, this time of the season, we can't have any, goof ups, any my bads. It's got to be 60 minutes of extreme focus and attention to detail to our assignment to be able to try to come out on top of that ball game.
What changes in playoff football?
The margin of error.
No question.
The margin of error is very, very small in playoff football because, like I just said, there's no room to be like, oh, my bad, we'll get that the next drive. Every snap, every yard, every second matters. And you have to be, on your P's and Q's at all times. You can't come into the ball game half-stepping, because if you do, you'll find yourself home in 3.5 hours.
No question.
So you have to be able and willing to give it your all for 60 minutes for that week and be able to, find a way to get a dub, regroup, and do it again. So you have to you got to put your mind, you have to have a mindset of 4-week football.
Mm-hmm.
If you have,
goal is to be 4-0.
Yeah, if you have that mindset of 4-week football, nothing can stop you.
What's the mindset facing the team you just beat in dramatic fashion a few weeks ago? In the same place, by the way.
Yeah. We know that those guys will think that we got away with one. Obviously hearing a couple, words out of the Giants locker room, those guys obviously expecting to come in here with expecting a different outcome. But when you have games like that, you have to expect these guys gonna, play that much harder because they feel like they let one go. So we can expect their best football, which we should, because it's playoff football. Everything matters. We can expect, a bunch of unscouted looks. We can expect the best of the play calling, coming out Sunday evening. So we have to be able to rely on our skills, be able to rely on our technique to be able to get us through certain downs, because there's going to be a bunch of looks that we haven't seen all year from the New York Giants. But, I don't have a doubt in my mind that the guys will be ready and dialed up and ready to roll Sunday.
What can you guys do defensively different against Daniel Jones, who threw for over 300 yards in the last meeting against you guys?
Just continue finding a way to, be closer in coverage on the back end, make those windows as cloudy as possible. Try to create movement for him in the pocket. Try to limit him with his legs, although he didn't run as much against us in the first meeting. But he's underrated. He got some underrated athletic ability, so he has the ability, the escapability, to get away from pressure and things like that. But it all starts with Saquon. If we, slow him down as best as we can, try to contain him as best as we can and try to force Daniel to beat us with his arm. And, I think, we'll put ourselves in a pretty good position with our pass rushers and our ability to take the ball away.
Do you have any thoughts heading into basically round 2 between you and Isaiah Hodges? You had a fun back and forth going with him in week 16. What are your thoughts in this matchup, knowing that you will be seeing Mr. Hodges again? And he has some things to say to you.
Oh, man, we'll see how it goes, man. I'm always looking for, a great game. I'm a competitive just like he is, so I can definitely expect some chirping to happen because like we said, it's playoff football, so it's win and go home. You have to expect guys to bring out their best football because they're fighting for that same goal that we're fighting for, so I expect him to bring his A game. I'm damn sure going to bring my A game. And I can't wait to see how the matchup is going to end this time. But I said early in the show, I plan on being in the paint with Mr. Wilson.
You did. And with that being said, it's BMac's prediction time. Yes, sir. Right now,
here we go.
The line is set at 3 points. The Vikings are laying 3 points to the Giants. I already have the Vikings in the parlay, so I'm locked and loaded. Pat P will score a touchdown. So we only need 17 points from the offense. So with that being said, Minnesota 24, Giants 20. 24-20, Vikings win. Get ready for second round action in the playoffs. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.